here. I see a lot of familiar faces, so I'm very excited about it. Like Vicky said, I just started my small business literally in November, so I've been in this industry for about 6 years now, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that. But before I get started, leadership and success, I just want to tell you what that means to me, because everybody has a different definition for it. Leadership, influence, that's it, influence. If you influence someone or a group, you're a leader. That's how I look at it. And success, quote that I heard that I loved that explains success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal by Earl Nightingale. So at the end of the day, I think success is always pursued. It's not something that you arrive at. And you'll see that's part of my mindset. And we'll go over that in just a minute here. Tell a little bit about me. I'm originally from Puerto Rico, born and raised. That's my accent is from Puerto Rico. Spent the majority of my life down there. Graduated high school, went to college in Providence, Rhode Island for sports management, so completely unrelated to what I'm doing now. But long story short, that's what brought me to Huntsville. I'm going to share a quick story that kind of explains my mindset and how I got to where I am. When I graduated college, I had to do an internship in the sports management arena, and I didn't want to settle for just any kind of internship at the school gym or anything like that. So I found out about a internship job fair in Orlando, Florida, the Major League Baseball winter meetings. And minor league baseball had a job fair there. So saved up all my money. At the time I was waiting tables while I found this internship. Saved up all my money, flew down there, and walked into this room where there were internship opportunities all over the room, taped on the walls, and a box in front of each one so that you put your resume in the one that you wanted to apply for. So I had 200 resumes. I went from box to box. Every single box I put my resume in. I say that to say my mindset was, it doesn't matter where this takes you. I came down here to do something. I'm going to walk away with it. I didn't care if it was Alabama, if it was California. I wasn't looking for that. I just said I need to get an opportunity, and whatever this takes me to, I'm going to do it. So the Huntsville Stars were the first team to interview me. And in the middle of the interview, Buck Rogers said, "Hey, we'll love to have you." And I'm like, okay, this is December time frame. Minor league baseball doesn't start until April. So I'm like, you don't need me down there till March? He's like, no, we need you in January 10th. So literally 3 weeks, I went back to Rhode Island, packed up my car, drove down 20 hours, got to Alabama. So that's what brought me here. Did that internship with the Stars for about 9 months. And New York Life was one of the corporate sponsors at the ballpark, the life insurance company. And so they interviewed me, and at that time it was either that or go back to Puerto Rico. And when I left Puerto Rico, it was to become successful, whatever that means to you. And so I decided, you know what, going back means that I lost, that I'm waving the white flag, so I'm not going to do it. Started with New York Life, not because of selling life insurance. That wasn't the motivation. It was because I wanted to be successful, and that was a platform and opportunity for me to do so. I thought it would do it, and I'm glad I did. I just started Fernandez Financial Group in November as a result of that. So this is something that I learned a while back that I really changed the way I looked at things, because a lot of people say, you know, I have this goal, that goal, that goal. But at the end of the day, it's important to me that you understand the difference between what's a goal and what's a desire, you know? Joseph, do you think it's a good goal to have a good marriage?
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
right? What about having a good relationship with your kids?
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
But what if I told you that that's not a good goal, that that's not a goal at all, because a goal is something that only you can control. Now, while Joseph can control how well he treats his wife, that he spends time with her, he can't control her, right? Right? So, you know, and it's the same in business, you know. We say, I want to do $1 million in sales this year, but at the end of the day, that's a desire, because as much as we work, we cannot control that somebody buys, that they buy at the right time, what they do, the size of the sale, and all that. So that's a desire, but what you can control is your goals day to day, how many calls I'm going to make, how many people I'm going to talk to, how many times I'm going to introduce myself to someone. So that's extremely important to me. So some tips that I live by, and whether you've been in business for 30 years or 30 days, I think this will help you because it's down to the fundamentals. And everybody needs the fundamentals, whether you're starting out or just a reminder. So setting goals. If you don't know where you're going, you're going to end up elsewhere, right? So how can you make sure that you're going towards the right place in your business, in your personal life, if you don't have a goal? And at the end of the day, when I say set goals, I say set goals that be proactive about it, because everybody has goals, whether they say them out loud or they don't. If somebody thinks they don't have goals, their goals may be to minimize pain and they just want to be comfortable and do as little as possible and just get by. So everybody has goals, whether they speak them out loud or not. But that's extremely important. And on that note, dreaming big, set goals that are big, because at the end of the day, I feel like life is supposed to be inspiring, and you're supposed to be motivated, and you're supposed to get up every day and be excited about what you want to do. And I heard a concept about goals a while back that divided goals into 3 categories: A goals, B goals, and C goals. And A goal is something that you know you can do. Made $100,000 last year, I'm going to do $100,000 this year, right? That's something that you can do, you know you can do because you've done it before. What kind of motivation is in that type of goal? There's really nothing motivating or inspiring, because you know you can do it. It doesn't help you grow. A B goal is something that you think you can do if things go well, whatever. A C goal is a goal that you have absolutely no idea how you're going to achieve it. You just know that you're going to achieve it because you're going to give it your all. And so at the end of the day, those C goals, that's where what we should be striving for. That's what we should be striving for, because that's what keeps us motivated day in and day out. When we think about a big goal, we're going to get ideas about how to achieve that. So then we got to take action, right? Because we're going to move on here. Having a positive attitude. Having a positive attitude is crucial, but you can't just sit in a room and meditate and then go eat a sandwich like Jim Carrey says in one of his videos on YouTube, right? You actually have to do something in order to be successful, to get somewhere. So process of manifestation, probably you have heard it if you're into the self-improvement arena, personal development. All that says is that your thoughts lead to your feelings lead to your actions lead to your habits, and your habits lead to your results, which results create your life. And it's a never-ending cycle, because then those results will fit into your attitude, and so on and so on and so on. So I learned this when I was struggling in business, was having no sales, and somebody explained this to me. They were like, Kevin, can you control the results that you have right now? No, because the results are based on what has happened in the past 2 to 3 months. Attitude leads to actions, actions to habits, habits to results. What can you control right now, today? Your attitude. That is the only thing you can control today. So at that time, when I heard that, I was like, you know what? I can't control my results. So for the next 30 days, I'm just going to focus on showing up to the office with a great attitude and just taking one day at a time. So I would show up to the office every day, watch some motivational videos on YouTube first thing in the morning, get my mind right, and then just be. Now, we know what we need to do most of the time. The reason we don't do it is because we don't have enough motivation to do it. So by having the right attitude, that allowed me to do the things that I knew that I had to do, but I wasn't doing because of lack of motivation. So, gosh. Am I out of time? Oh, no, okay. I don't know what that was. But, so, again, attitude controls everything else. If you don't like the results that you're getting, that probably means that your attitude should get a little bit of a shift, okay? Know your why, know your purpose. At the end of the day, I love this quote: when your desires are strong enough, you will appear to possess superhuman powers to achieve. Napoleon Hill, he wrote Think and Grow Rich. If you haven't read it, fantastic book. I strongly recommend that. So if you know your why, I mean, most of you run a business here or are trying to start one. Do you encounter issues on a day-to-day basis with your business? Yeah. I mean, some are smaller than others, but there's issues every single day. Now, when those big issues arise that we think, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm going to do this anymore, the only way that you continue is if your why and purpose is strong enough, because if not, any sane person will give up. So knowing your why, extremely important when it comes to being successful. Focus on self-development. This is probably my favorite quote. Your income can only grow to the extent that you do. And that's in another book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, another great book that I strongly recommend. So why is that? Because the more that you grow yourself, the more value you can bring to others. And money, your income, is nothing really more than exchange of money for the value that you provide. If you impact a lot of people in a positive way, you should get rewarded for that. So I used to hate reading. I mean, I really did until college, but my brother sent me this book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, and I was about to go to class one day, and there was an Amazon package on the door. So I see it, I pick it up, toss it in the room because I was running late for class, didn't touch it. So I get back, and I open it up, it's a book. I'm like, why would my brother send me a book? He knows I hate reading. So I just left it on the desk. It was about a Monday. So Friday, I was supposed to meet some friends around 7 o'clock, and it was around 5 o'clock, and I was ready to go. So I'm just sitting in my room with nothing to do, and I see the book on top of the desk. So I'm like, you know, if my brother sent me this book, there must be something good in it. Let me check it out. Let me just at least open it up. I didn't go out that night until I didn't go out. I finished that book completely. I did not put it down from the time that I picked it up. It's such a powerful book. I mean, because again, it doesn't talk about, it's not about how to make money or anything like that. It's about the mindset. And you can have all the tools, take all the training, but if your mindset's not right, that's not going to do much for you, because we've all seen companies or businesses where their employees get the same exact training, but one person takes that training and skyrockets to success, and the other one is out of business a week later. It's all about the mindset. So with today's social media, I mean, you talked about social media. Social media, I mean, for the most part, the news and all that, I mean, it's all negative stuff. I don't follow it. I don't watch any of that stuff, but I know that that's how it is. So by focusing on self-development, day in and day out, you get to feed your mind with the right material that's going to help you with your attitude, because at the end of the day, again, if you're not consciously and proactively seeking good information, the bad information is going to find you. Good information doesn't seem to find you unless you look for it. So this is extremely important, because again, at the end of the day, if you want to grow yourself, you have to learn more and then take action with what you learn. I mean, and again, the main reason why you want to grow yourself to be as successful as you can is why? Because that way you can give more. Because like Tony Robbins says, the secret of living is giving, right? We all feel tremendous about giving. Whether it's a spouse, a charity, or whatever it may be, it all feels great. So this right here, I mean, my wife, I was driving her crazy every once in a while. Now she's getting used to it, but she'll be like, every dinner will be like a little seminar or something. I mean, it was, and then she would turn it on me. I would get home, I'll be like, man, today was rough. And she's like, what happened with positive thinking? You know, so hey, be careful what you ask for. This one, find a mentor. You know, this is the last one here. There's a lot of people in this room that I greatly respect, that have been extremely instrumental in my career and the little bit of time that I've known them. Kenny, Joseph, Rich, I mean, there's so many people. And finding a mentor, I mean, if it's someone who believes in you, that's going to make your attitude better day in and day out. That's definitely for sure. But another thing is, they've already done it. Some of the things, right? You find a mentor that has done what you want to do, that way you can cut your learning curve 10, 20, 30 years, whatever it may be. Because we need to be grateful for those people that are successful, those people that are doing what we want to be doing, because they already have a model that works. Why do we have to reinvent the wheel and try to learn by mistakes when we can find someone that believes in you, wants to see you succeed, and wants to teach you the way, and all you have to do is do what they say? It sounds so simple, but how many people actually do it? You know? So, I have a minute, yeah. So, the last one, which goes back to mindset, is never give up. Before success comes in any man's life, he's sure to meet with much temporary defeat and perhaps some failures. When defeat overtakes a man, the easiest and most logical thing to do is quit. That's exactly what the majority of men do, right? Temporary defeat, failure, complete different things. We may experience setbacks. That's just a temporary defeat. You don't fail unless you quit. So never give up. If you don't give up, you can't be beat. You're going to win. So have that mindset, positive attitude, never give up, take action on what you learn, find a mentor, and have a good attitude every day, because as you have a great attitude, positive people will flock to you because you'll attract alike energy. That's why negative people hang out together, positive people hang out together, and positive people drive negative people crazy, right? So you need to hang out with the right crowd. And that's all I have. I appreciate everybody coming. Thank you so much for your time.